Hello everyone, my name is Lance790 and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. Let's go to the moon. Where is my ship? It's Mark 1. So like we talked about, we're not gonna actually land on the moon with this one, I don't think. I think we're just gonna... Actually, it might have been Apollo 10, actually, that did it. I think the Apollo 8 was just go around the back side of the moon, and then Apollo 10 did everything but land. So that's what we're gonna do. Is gonna do Apollo 10, do everything but land, and see what that earns us. Controls on. Got Jim and Bob cramped in their Gemini capsule. Don't know why there isn't a Gemini capsule in the base game. Actually, yeah. Forgot I was gonna strap more. Since we are gonna take it home, more stages can have parachutes. Okay, for a second there I was reading that as the price of the rocket. I think that's the price of the rocket. I'm gonna say if that's the price of the rocket, we're gonna have an issue actually. I don't know if this part is gonna make it home. This middle stage layer should be able to make it home. Just because since we're going to bring these home and it's going to cost a lot of money, try to get as much money back as we can. Well, we're going to get a few more material-based studies too, since we actually can bring Bob with us. Yeah, that's my guess on the Gemini pods. It's just overpowered. There's nothing between the 1 meter and 3 meter sized spacecraft. That's all there is. Giving a Gemini capsule is just well, you have something that's still the small size but can hold 2 people. So I can see that being a balance thing, but we got some sway to us. Probably would have helped to put struts between this and this instead of having them both connect to the center. It's doing that weird thing where it just oscillates back and forth, which doesn't really make much sense. I think the stage is too slow. It probably needs those double engines. I could be wrong about this being a fast or a good rocket method, the tri-coupler. Because I do feel like I've read somewhere that like doubling your engines and fuel doesn't actually do anything. Like it's still just ends up being like the same amount as us having one. I don't think so. I think the tri-coupler is like the best thing you can do, short of having asparagus staging. But yeah, this stage is just not fast enough. I think those double engines though can overheat when you do the triple stage like this. Oh wait, I guess we're not going too fast, huh? Or we aren't going too slow. Has some re-entry effects there. Okay, maybe I overreacted. Asparagus would still be a lot better than this, but all right. And we are using this intermediate stage for getting to orbit. Just less than ideal. We want this stage to be what gets us to orbit. This probably has to be the one size larger engine. I don't think we can afford to use the efficient engine for this. Those I still don't have any messages about our boosters yet. This thing's so wobbly. Closer. I think I might hear a train coming. Yeah, it's definitely a train. I'm gonna meet in a sec. See, that time it did honk right outside the door. And it's the evening. I don't know the logic of when the train people honk the horn and when they don't. This is not going good. Oh, I've been having the same issue over and over with the, just been having to pull up so early. Maybe I should start using maneuver nodes to get to orbit. Keep having these such inefficient burns. Stage is lasting a while though. It's no longer really going to be a lunar inner stage, it's just going to be completely just getting me into orbit. Not much left in it now. This is fine. We don't have to... Since we're not landing, there's no urgency in the fact that this doesn't have enough fuel to get it done. Quick save just in case something stupid happens. I only want to save some of things that are just... Now, let's use a politically incorrect term, retarded, happen. Sometimes that just happens. Sometimes the game just glitches out, or... This is a stage meant to land on, but it does have quite a bit of fuel. I don't know quite how much it takes just to land, but... The chance of not as large adjustments as I'm thinking that this could be... that this design could actually make it there. Make it to land, I should say. Should get there with no trouble. Potentially even get into orbit if we so desired, but we don't need to. Maybe not. Kinda not going as quickly as I would imagine. That's my big piece, but where's my boosters never landed. They didn't even explode because they're not even on my tracker here. Okay. Good. Like another thing that I would save scum for is if I time accelerate through a point. Oh, got a bunch of science from high orbit. I'm collecting waste pretty high, so maybe those smaller size ones aren't enough. Slow down a little bit here. We're not colliding with the planet, with the moon. It's just work to the encounter. Yeah, I don't think these pods are quite enough. It's not enough for me to feel safe. Like it's gonna be pretty much exactly right. don't know if this works well. Yeah, we need to. I guess we do need to enter into orbit here. Pretty sure we have the fuel to do it, so we might as well do it. Just to make sure I get home properly. Like, I could slow. I think if I burned into this direction at this point, it'd be the best way to get home. However, that would skip getting the near moon science, so I don't want to do that. I don't know how circular we want it. I don't want to burn too much delta V. Maybe I'll just burn 100 meters per second here. So nice not having to micromanage the science collection. Though it does mean you don't get to read it, which is kind of disappointing. Alright. You are, Moon. We will be landing on you soon. It's not this time. We could do the same thing and just have this stage with a lot more fuel. Then I'd be all for it, but it says it's a 3-second burn. I don't believe it. And real low here. Probably almost even too low, but that'd be in 12 seconds. I don't know why it's always wrong for me. I guess this KW rocketry, the parts aren't scaled right to newer updates or something. It's pretty good. So we'll watch for new EVA reports as we circle around. This could possibly also trigger all the lunar landing missions, which is the other reason I didn't want to necessarily land on it with this mission. Might be able to get contracts to do it for money and science and profit and so on and so. Oops. Hopefully Bob doesn't have to take these in order to actually get the extra science for him. Space high over the moon. Alright. Good enough. To get home, be between Mun and Kerbal. And we want to effectively burn away from the moon. Whoop. The interface is so stupid sometimes. Like, you can use the scroll wheel to adjust these things, but the scroll wheel also zooms out, so in the wrong place at the wrong time, it can forget. So this is kind of important to note here. It's going to take like 200 meters per second of delta V to get home. maneuver node. There should be just like should be an interface down here that says it just has number values for each of these directions that you can just change with putting numbers in. Yeah, it takes about 200 to get home. That's not counting lifting off from the moon, though. But in orbit around the moon, we only need 200 per second. With this particular pod. Done our due diligence for the most part. Shit, this is all ticking up. I've had worse though. I think it was either from Minmus or it was the moon. I think it was the moon. Where I didn't have these extra life support pods, and I did land on the moon. And it was quite the endeavor to make sure that my Kerbal got home okay. I basically had to like suicide burn him as fast as he possibly could towards the plant, which meant he was going incredibly fast. What is that happening? Oh, it doesn't have a... Yeah, he came back incredibly fast, which means that when he was close to the surface, I had to slow him down as fast as I possibly could as well. It was a high G adventure for him. Let's go. Okay. Oh, something came home. I don't know, it's just doing the flyby and everything. Just fine. That was the goal. And when you pointed retrograde once we're coming back. I have faith in you, Warp here, so please don't screw with me. So far so good, but this is the scariest part, is coming back at this high speed. Thing is, we want to slow down, but we don't really want to lose our periaps from being too far down. We just want to bring the apoaps down as much as we can. I don't know specifically which maneuver node would probably keep it. I guess it'd be this direction would keep us pull our periaps back up. May as well burn this fuel, there's no reason to bring it back. Okay, see you later. This is the stage that was going to take us home, technically. little bit worried about making that too low, so pull it out this way. Oh, fuck! I didn't realize we were in the atmosphere already. I was in the map mode. I didn't really see what was going on. And they might make it back okay, but no, I quick saved this. But oh no, this is the quick save we want. I had no idea we were already in the atmosphere. Trying to think of which direction is the one that pulls us up. I want to kind of burn between these two. Let's do it myself, Gemini. If I'd known we were already in the atmosphere, I would have just let it sit, but now we can do more in this direction. You know what, that's probably good enough. And then we'll just use the fuel that's left as like aero braking fuel. Perhaps I should just detach from the stage right now. Let's do that. Oh, that ladder's toast. Hopefully that was good enough. Up. I don't know what happened to some of our stages. Not all of them got turned for some reason. We didn't even get notices about them blowing up. They just disappeared. Alright, show me what you got, Jeb. Keep it in line. Don't know why like that isn't up on here. If that had been on this screen, then I wouldn't have had to reload, because I just would have known what to do. I don't know if that piece will get recovered or if it'll blow up because it's so close to us. Coupler blew up, but that doesn't matter. All I care about is if that gets recovered. But it might be too close to us. We might actually see it just blow up, which may prevent the stage recovery from working. think it only works if the stuff's too far away, which might be the reason why those other ones didn't show up either. Yeah, we seem to be okay because the ladder never blew up. But we're still going real fast. I don't know if that landing stage ever popped up in that list. Thought it was something else that did. Let's go. For some reason, this time launching this, it doesn't have the built-in mech jet, which is kind of strange. See, that other stage never showed up in here either. We're not too heavy, we're kind of still coming in pretty fast. I think 7 meters per second is an uncomfortable landing, but I think they'll be okay. This ladder's probably gonna get dusted. I don't think it stands a chance. Turn SAS on because we're on this hill and might fall over if we don't. Landing in the trees. Oh, it did not lose the ladder. Surface sample. See how much science we got. Should be a fair bit, even though we didn't actually land on the moon. $426. Actually a shit ton. Mostly to thank because we had Bob with us. Normally I don't have that because I never have the Gemini pod, but that Gemini pod, man, lets you bring Bob for free, which is pretty damn good. Okay, let's go. Fuel systems, so I can make a less ridiculous rocket. Advanced electronics. Advanced exploration. Advanced flight control. Alright. So, that was pretty successful. We just have to redesign our rocket from what we learned so that we can have something that can actually land on the moon. I hope you all enjoyed and have a good day.